Hey everybody, been finally hitting a project that I've been putting off for a while, working on a bathroom remodel, getting this shower finished up. It's been almost 1 year since I started this project. Work's been busy and I haven't had too much time to work on it, so I promised the wife that I would start tackling this thing again, and so I'm starting to make some progress, but it's about 45 minutes to sunset and I gotta get out of here. Hell, if I had some keys. Lost my keys. Yeah, I don't even remember where I put them. Oh, let's see. I think they are in my wife's car, who's not here at the moment. Crap. This could be a very short trip. All right, time to call the wife, see if they're in her car. All right, so I still didn't find my keys. That could be a problem. Got to figure out where I left them. But my wife showed up just in time, so I am in her car and I'm on the way. Not sure exactly where I'm going. I don't really have a plan. It's pretty overcast. I'm thinking maybe go down to the Villa Katherine, because I haven't been there in a while, and I've been wanting to do a black and white shot of that location, and I'm hoping that there's some movement in the clouds that I can do a long exposure black and white. I think that might turn out pretty cool down there. So that's the game plan. Go see what it looks like and see if there's any definition or movement in the clouds that I can take advantage of. But I don't really have any alternative locations in mind if that doesn't work out very well. It's 4:50 already. Sun's supposed to set at 5:28, so pretty much just kind of putting all my eggs in one basket, and hopefully something good will come out of it. We shall see. Well, this could turn out to be a little bit different than I thought. There's actually a little bit of color straight out on the horizon. A little bit of a break in the clouds, so it's glowing a nice little bit of orange way out there. So this could be just kind of a wait and see what happens sort of shoot. My idea of a black and white may not be the best. We'll see. I'm going to shoot in color no matter what. It just makes sense for me to do that. I don't see why you would ever really change your camera settings over to black and white if that's what you want to shoot, because you can always do it in post, and it gives you that option of flipping back and forth between color and black and white. But if you shoot in black and white, then you're kind of stuck. So let me see if I can turn this around. Got the Villa Katherine there. You can see that just a little bit of yellow, and it comes out yellow on this screen, but it's really quite orange in person. So I'm just kind of looking for a good perspective here that I haven't quite shot before that gets a little bit of that color in the background without getting too much of the kind of the dead brush or bushes that, you know, don't have any leaves. It's all winter here. So, you know, there's the crescent moon bushes that are just, you know, all dead leaves. So that doesn't really seem too interesting to me at this point. Makes a great shot in spring, but who wants to look at dead bushes? So I think I'm going to get a little bit closer, but I kind of have to stay at this particular orientation here, where, and right behind me, let me kind of tilt the camera down so you can see. You can go something from that angle. That way we get all the detail of the building and the frame and some of that color. So I'm gonna start moving everything a little bit more forward and get set up. Okay, so I got this shot set up. I'm not super happy with it. The foreground kind of stinks. It's just a parking lot. I really don't have too much option right now because I got here a bit late, and you know, it is what it is. So I got everything set up. Got the front edge of the Villa Katherine in focus. Manually focused that. I got the settings set at ISO 100, f8. Shutter speed is like 1/20th, but I got everything set up to bracket this shot because as soon as that sun drops out from behind the clouds, it's really going to change the settings quite a bit. So what I'm actually going to do is just take these real quick right now to see what they look like, and then to prepare for the sun dropping out from behind the clouds, I'm going to stop down a full stop and still bracket that so it gets a wider range of exposure, so I can kind of blend them together the way I want to in post-processing. So got everything set up. Got my trusty little remote here, so we're just going to snap off a couple of pictures and see what they look like. It would probably help if I turn the receiver on. Alright, let's take a look at that real quick. So you can see I got the kind of the color range on here, and so this is my underexposed photo, and you can see there's a little bit of loss of data there, which is no big deal, but I got full information there in the highlight. And as I switch over to the brighter exposure, you can see there's the blinking data loss there. But I also got the dark area back with that exposure, and whoop, that's one from Ohio. And then this is the correct exposure where there's just a tad of highlight loss, blown out highlight there in the center. So that one exposure may just do fine, and may not even need to do too much work in post-processing for this one. As you can see, I did change locations. I backed up a little bit. I'm going to go with a little bit wider focal length. Going to get this bush in the foreground. I wasn't really happy with that first setup. Just kind of uninteresting. So I did back up a little bit, get a little bit more in the foreground. I'm going to install the my ND10 filter and see if I can stretch out these clouds a little bit. So my initial setup here is at f8, ISO 100, and the shutter speed is like 1/8 of a second. So let me do the conversion, get it set up, and see if we can stretch these clouds out a bit. Okay, so did the calculations. Looks like it's going to be about a 2-minute, 8-second exposure. Again, I haven't taken the time to fully figure this thing out, so I'm just going to monitor the time right on the screen, get to 2 minutes, 8 seconds, just manually stop to release the shutter to stop it, and someday I'm going to figure out how you can just set it up as a timer, so you just set it, let it go as the timer counts down, and it'll automatically trip the shutter again to finish the shot. But, okay, 2 minutes and 8 seconds are up. I do have the noise reduction on, so I got to wait another 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And I think while I do that, I am going to go move that sign. It's driving me crazy. So let me go do that, then we'll check out this photo. And then I'm going to move to a different location, see if it's a little bit different view than what I've done before. So see what that looks like. Be right back. Now I just got to remember to put that back. Let's see. Holy cow, blown out as blown out can get. So I obviously screwed that up somewhere. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. My calculation was way off because I could just drop this thing down to 4 seconds. So I will have to figure that out. So I don't know what I did there. Obviously I miscalculated somehow and totally blew out that photo. But I moved to a different location and trying another long exposure. I'm starting to get a little bit of pink in the sky, so I moved a little bit further towards the river to see if I can get that sky in the distance in the frame a little bit better. And reset everything, doing about a 30-minute exposure. And I'm gonna go ahead and fire off 2 or 3 of these, and in post-processing what I can do is merge those together and kind of average out the clouds, and that will give you that elongated, stretched cloud look. Since obviously I'm not doing the calculation right to do it with a single exposure, so and it's kind of getting dark here, so I'm running out of time. This is kind of the quick and dirty and easy way of doing it. So I also have a couple of folks here taking prom pictures, so I'm trying to shoot around them. And as long as they kind of keep moving in the background during a long exposure, it should be all right. Kind of blur them out, and I could always just do a little bit of Photoshop work to move them around if I need to. So I've taken 2 of these already. The only problem with this at this point is that since I have that noise reduction on, it's taking a 30-second exposure and then another 30 seconds to do the noise reduction. And so if there is any significant movement in the clouds, you're going to have that 30-second delay in between, and when you try and stitch them together, you're going to get kind of a choppy effect. So we'll see how it looks. It might just totally have killed an hour getting nothing back, but at least I'm out taking pictures instead of working on that stupid shower any longer than I have to. So try and get a few more here and see if there's anything else I might want to take a picture of while I'm out. Well, I think that's it for me. It's starting to get a little bit cold now that the sun's gone down, and I did get a few extra shots here from this angle. We'll see how they turn out. I don't think there's going to be anything spectacular here, but I think I hopefully can edit out the prom goers out of the other photo. I mean, it was nice that they asked, and I gave them permission to go ahead and get in the picture. I mean, what else am I going to do? I can't stop them. But they were kind of still standing in the frame and lingered around a bit, so I guess it's kind of annoying, but like I said, what can I really do about it? I don't own the park, I don't own the building, so it just kind of is what it is, and maybe I can do a little bit of post-processing work to get them out of there. All right, well, I guess it's time to go home, take a look at these probably tomorrow, and now somebody else is coming, so time to get out of here.